He was a librarian, teacher librarian at Dennis Morris Catholic High School in St. Catharines, and is now retired for a number of years. And all through the years, he's always been a fan of rowing and been our photographer at the finish line. Great work, Stan. And the race is on in this men's under 17 Cox 4, the Herb Gray Trophy. Let's see what it's happening. Looks tight out of the gates, and they're in that first 50 to 100 meters, trying to get a stroke rate about 39 strokes per minute. Out of lane 4, Pittsford crew. The video is a little choppy. I'm trying to get some rates here. And 37 strokes per minute out of lane 3. I think that was Hawk Rowing Club. And TBC out of lane 2 in that blue boat, bringing it home. They're working hard. Let's see what rate they're carrying in the TBC boat. They're about a 37. So they're really going after it in this Coxed 4. That means for all of our friends new to rowing, they have a coxswain steering the boat, and pretty much every boat these days. I haven't seen an old school Coxed 4 in a long time, but all the coxswains are laying in the front of the boat, steering that boat down the course and urging their athletes on, making sure they're well aware of what the race plan is as they go through the torment of racing 2,000 meters. It's not easy to keep that race plan at the forefront of your mind when your body is absolutely screaming at you to stop. So they're entering the second 500 meters now. Tight race, all within a boat length, so this is really exciting. It's looking like our entry out of lane 4, Pittsford crew, pride of Rochester area, New York, and lane 5, PNRA Mercer out of Princeton, New Jersey, is right there with them. And within a length out of lane 6, you just saw Buffalo Scholastic. They're not letting go either. And there we go, that's lane 7. That's our friends from Brookline, Chestnut Hill, Mass entry. In that Resolute, beautiful boat there that they're rowing. And they are going to try to go after it. That group from Chestnut Hill, that's the boat cam. Luca Kartvaleshvili. We've got a few missing letters on the end of his name, but Luca, the pride of St. Francis Catholic Secondary School. And rode for St. Francis and St. Catharines himself, so having that boat cameraman as a former rower definitely helps. He knows what he's looking at, and he is looking at that crew out front in, I believe it's lane, what we can see right now is lane 5, and I'm not sure if Pittsford, they have fallen off a little bit. Lane 5, PNRA Mercer out of Princeton, New Jersey, is setting the tone in the second 500 meters. We'll see how this all pans out, because sometimes what you put in at the beginning comes back and bites you at the end. And that's the Princeton National Rowing Association Center in Princeton Junction, New Jersey. And we will see if they can maintain that torrid pace that they've set at the beginning of this race. And they are currently at about a 34 rate. Hard to tell in one stroke. 34 rate, yeah. And that's not exact, but it's my best on my rate watch here in the control central. But it's looking like Princeton National Rowing Association Mercer is in control of this one. Let's see if Buffalo Scholastic or Pittsford can claw their way back into this. But look at that, just going through your screen there was that PNRA Mercer boat, and they seem to be in charge of this one. And that's Buffalo Scholastic. You can see trailing PNRA, doing their very best. They look calm, cool, and collected. They set a nice tone there. Maybe they've got something in the last 5. Buffalo Scholastic may surprise us. They're striking at about a 36, 37 strokes per minute pace. It's a great view of their boat. You can see the coxswain in the front laying down, steering this boat through the 2,000 meters. But it's looking like Princeton National is in control of this boat, reaching out nice and long out over that gunnel, grabbing on with the outside hand and driving the legs down, hanging on, and then pulling the oar through the water. They're doing a great job of it. Just about to enter the last 250 meters. And as I said, they can hear your voices in the grandstand screaming for them. So be loud and proud. Cheer these guys on. It's a great race. It's looking like we've got more of a race for second place right now. And I'm sure our fans from PNRA are saying, don't say that. Anything can happen in the last 500 meters. I know that, but PNRA is in control, folks. And it's looking like a race for second place, I think, between Pittsford and Buffalo Scholastic. Let's see what happens here. Friends of Brookline just seem to have fallen off the pace. I'm thinking that this one from PNRA is going to be the exemplar of a gold medal win at Henley. This will probably be their first chance ever at a Henley Gold. Hopefully we get them back. They are really showing us a clinic in rowing the Cox 4. And that's the men's under 17 Cox 4 All-American race here at Henley. As our entry from PNRA Mercer of Richard Reagan, Henry Alston, Theo Bellavoin, Owen Brown, and their coxswain, Emily Negam, bringing it through the line for a gold medal, folks. And I'm thinking Pittsford, our group out of Rochester area, in second. And just gave it everything they had, followed by Buffalo Scholastic. Look at that, our stroke man from PNRA splashing in the water. You don't think it means something to him? Absolutely gold to him. He is thrilled, as he should be, in his first gold medal at the Royal Canadian Henley Regatta. It means something to all these athletes, whether they're just back from the World Championships, as we saw in that championship pair, or our guys from Princeton National celebrating. Winning Henley is a huge result in a rower's career, as we can see in front of us. Folks, we've just got a bit of a break. We just have our next race coming into the gates.